Hi and welcome to yet another Daydream District live stream. Today's live show is about quite some sad news. By now you should already know that Altspace VR is going to close down. And the company has announced this very sad news today on their official blog. And I must tell you, when I first heard about it, I couldn't quite believe it. I was really shocked because I was always under the impression that Altspace VR is one of the VR startup companies that is successful, that is going to make it. And this for me came totally out of the blue, and I'm still a bit shocked, and I still quite can't believe that this is really happening. Yeah, so in this live show, I would like to read the announcement and talk a bit about it, analyze it. And I would like to let you know my personal thoughts about this. And of course, I would like to know from you, what are your thoughts about it? Probably you are an Altspace employee and would like to speak with me about it. Or you're simply an Altspace user and would like to talk about your days in Altspace, how everything went down, and of course also how you feel about that this app is closing down. So, before I go into this, before I go into reading the announcement, I would like to tell you what I personally think about this closing down. So what does this mean for me? Well, I can just tell you that I'm incredibly sad. I'm really, really sad, and like I told you before, I couldn't quite believe it at first. So why am I sad? Because first of all, Altspace VR is one of the best apps on the Daydream platform, hands down. It is simply incredible what you could do there. Well, you could meet new friends, of course. So many people are there always. Whenever you go online, there's somebody to talk to, somebody new. And yeah, it's simply never the same whenever you log into Altspace. And then also you could meet your real friends in VR, and you could simply say, hey, let's meet there and let's do something interesting together. Because you could not just talk with people, you could also play games with them. Very nice and cool games. Then you could watch live shows, like Radio Watts was there, and you could watch live shows together with other people. You can meet in rooms and watch movies together. YouTube was there. It's simply an incredible app. And if you follow Daydream District, you know that I ranked Altspace VR into the top 10 Daydream games and also the top 10 Daydream apps. So because it has both, it's an app, right? But also there are games inside that you can play with others. So this is simply incredibly sad that this is closing down. Yeah, so then also what I think was very cool about Altspace VR, it was somehow the meeting point of all of the VR community. So it's not just the Daydream people who would meet there, or not just the Oculus Rift people. No, everybody could meet there, no matter what kind of VR platform you were using. This was the meeting point of all the VR community. So for me, it was very exciting to speak with somebody who had the Oculus Rift, for example, and I was using Daydream, and we would also exchange ourselves about our VR experiences. And yeah, this meeting point is now gone. Incredibly sad again, and still unbelievable. And I know that Altspace VR meant a lot to a lot of people. So lots of people went there every day to meet their friends. Probably they had their circle of friends in VR, and they would go there every day and meet their friends online. And now this is going to be gone, and I'm so sure that these people will feel incredibly sad. So much more sad than me. Well, I'm not a hardcore user, right? I have so many apps to try out on a daily basis that I couldn't spend so much time, as much time as other people spend there. So for these people, this must be incredibly, incredibly sad. And well, I can just imagine how terrible it must be for all the Altspace VR team. So if any of the Altspace VR team is watching this or watching this later, I really feel for you, and I really feel so sad for you, because I know that you guys have put all your passion into this product and you really built something incredible, something awesome, something that meant so much to so many people. And well, I have spoken to Bruce Wooden, one of the co-founders of Altspace VR. In my very first interview, there was completely in VR, and yeah, it was an incredible interview. You can watch the interview by simply checking the description below. I linked the YouTube video, and yeah, you can see what kind of cool guy Bruce Wooden is, who has put all of his passion into this product. And I can just imagine how it must feel right now for him. Must feel like his baby is gone now. So Bruce, if you see this, I'm really sad for you too. Yeah, the other founder, unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to speak with him, but I'm sure he's very sad too, and the whole team must be incredibly sad. And I simply hope that, yeah, that somehow you can keep on working on this. I don't know how yet. I'm going to speak a bit more with the people who are watching this live right now, and also I would love to speak with you in the comment section. If you watch this and this is not live anymore, let's talk about Altspace VR in the comment section, and let's talk about how this could probably go on. What options are there to keep this alive? Are there any? And yeah, would love to simply talk with you about this. Okay, yeah, also what I would like to tell you, I think that Altspace VR is so close to the Oasis, yeah, to the Oasis from Ready Player One. If you know the book, you know what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, only next year the movie's gonna come out. From the Ready Player One movie is gonna come out. Just now the trailer came out, and I have the hopes that with Ready Player One there's going to be lots of VR is going to be in front of the masses, and that some kind of mass adoption is going to happen. Well, for sure, the masses, the general public will be kind of excited about VR, and I believe if Ready Player One would have come out now, probably Altspace VR would have found funding and they would not have to close down. Well, anyways, so yeah, I'm really sad about it, and I still hope that somehow this could be rescued. Well, there's always hope, I think. But now I would like to read the announcement together with you and let you know my thoughts about it. So here we go. This is the official Altspace VR blog. And let's read this announcement together. So, a very sad goodbye, posted on July 28th, 2017. It is with a tremendously heavy heart that we let you all know that we're closing down Altspace VR on August 3rd, 7 p.m. PDT. The company has run into unforeseen financial difficulty, and we can't afford to keep the virtual lights on anymore. This is surprising, disappointing, and frustrating for every one of us who have put our passion and our hopes into Altspace VR. We know it will probably feel similarly for you. Absolutely, absolutely. Just like I said, super surprising. I would have never thought that Altspace VR is going to close down. Really, Altspace VR has been there from the very beginning of VR, even before the consumer headsets came out. So it was always there when VR was there for me. So this is so surprising. Anyways, let's go on. You've made Altspace VR one of the best places to be in VR or on the internet. We won't try to write down all of the memories that are flooding our hearts right now, of all the laughter, puns, fun and friendliness that existed in this community. There have been spontaneous concerts, new friendships, marriages, surprise serenades, and too many warm hugs from Claire to count. We hosted so many firsts, and we still have the record for most people in VR at one time. Were any of you there at Reggie's first performance? We've also seen so many community members come into their own and host karaoke nights, improv, movie nights and meetups for people all across the globe. Yeah, exactly. There were so many things going on and people were organizing their own incredible events. And there was simply so much potential there. Yeah, so much more potential than the app was right now. It was already incredible with all the games that you could play and all the rooms that you could open and the activities. It was already great, but I felt the potential was not yet fulfilled. So I believe that the founders want to make some kind of WordPress for VR, right? So if you wanted to build your own VR site, you could do that with Altspace VR, and it was totally not realized yet. So I'm going to talk more about this later. Anyways, let's keep on moving here. We are all humbled by what you made of this virtual oasis. Thank you for spending your time building, hosting, and making the best community we could have wished for. Please take the next week to make sure those connections live on past Altspace VR. Because if you do, then what we build will really live on. There have been many tears, and there will probably be a few more to come. We've given up wiping off the mist that clouds our headsets. Please join us for a final farewell party on 3rd of August. At the end of the party, we will be shutting down Altspace VR. Okay, so I can tell you that Daydream District will be live there on the party, and I'm going to broadcast the party live to YouTube. So there will be some Daydream District coverage for the last few minutes, hours. So I'll be there, and yeah, I will say goodbye to everybody there, and yeah, probably I even have the chance to meet the other co-founder in VR and say a word. I don't know. I would love to do that. So yeah, I'll be there. Daydream District is going to cover this last minutes and hours live here on the channel. Yeah, on that one, cheers. So, more information. What happened? We are a venture-backed startup. We had a supportive group of investors that last gave us money in 2015. It looked like we had a deal for our next round of funding, and it fell through. Some combination of this deal falling through and the general slowness of VR market growth made most of our investors reluctant to fund us further. We've been out fundraising but have run out of time and money. Yeah, so this is really, really incredibly sad. So the reason for Altspace VR closing shop is that there is simply no more money. They ran out of money and the investors do not want to fund them anymore. Well, I think that's so surprising. I was so sure that the investors should be totally bullish about them because they are like one of the known VR startups that have built an incredible product that simply works. So I'm so surprised by this. And let me show you a short clip now of my interview with Bruce Wooden, where we talk about this funding part and where I'm so sure that there should be so many people who would like to invest in Altspace VR. Let's have a short look at this video right now. you have 40 of course staff in Redwood, California. So that's already quite a big startup, I would say. So I would like to know, where are you on your startup journey? Are you looking for the next round of funding? If yes, what kind of round would that be? Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so far it's been seed rounds. What we've got so far is about 16 million in funding, and we're going pretty good. So it's yeah, we've been kind of growing steadily since 2013. So it's we've been in it for a while, but really. I think as a startup, we try to be less flashy as far as what we have in our office, and really focus on paying hardworking people. So
Sure.
it's, we've made the money stretch well.
Got it.
So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now.
Okay, great. So are you looking to raise the next round of funding very soon?
No information on that
Okay.
yet, but yeah, we shall see.
Okay, I'm sure quite a lot of people would be very interested to invest in you, since this feels so like, oh, this is the future of VR. It's so cool to meet people there and to do all this kind of stuff that you can do in Altspace. So I'm really sure you wouldn't have so many problems to raise. Good. So I would like to. Yeah, and I was so wrong. I was so wrong, and that's why I'm so surprised right now. As you've just seen in the video when I talked with the co-founder, Bruce Wooden, I was so sure that they would get money. And yeah, so this is really sad. So let's go on here with the announcement. Is it because the product wasn't working? We sure don't think so. Around 35,000 people use our product every month, which we think is pretty good for the size of the VR market. The average user spends 35 minutes a day in Altspace VR, and in big events we typically see around 1,000 attendees. We have active developer and event organizer communities and have attracted marquee partners for our events. Exactly. So I felt everything was going according to plan, and I'm really wondering why the investors stopped to fund them. Well, yeah, what I could think of is that now the timing is simply wrong. VR has not yet hit the mass market. What I said before, probably if Ready Player One, the movie, came out this year or now, probably things would be different, because then it's going to be in the minds of so many people, and so many people would want to try out something like the Oasis from the book, right? And well, Altspace VR is as close as you possibly can get to the Oasis. Yeah, this incredible VR system of the future. So probably everything would have been different if Ready Player One came out in this year. Well, we don't know. And so, well, they got money in 2015, and now it's the middle of 2017. So what Bruce said there, that they have stretched the money quite well, absolutely, because normally when you get money from investors, you will raise so much money that you can survive for 1.5 years. This is normally your runway. And then after 1 year, you will start to look for follow-up investment. And this will then take normally half a year. So you would raise money for 1.5 years. And now they are already quite well in their second year, which they used the funding for. So they've really stretched the money very well, and probably had been looking for new investors, or well, like they said, the original deal fell through, and we can just speculate why that happened. So let's go on. What about Altspace VR, the company? We are not really sure yet. The amazing people that worked at this company created some awesome technology. True. Things that we think will be foundational to the future of social VR. We'd love to see this technology, if not the company, live on in some way, and we're working on that. Okay, great to know that they're working on that. Bruce said there are like 40 people, and I'm sure it must be incredible to work there. To work on the future of VR, on some really incredible social VR experience. So I'm wondering, why wouldn't a big company like, for example, Google want to buy Altspace? Google doesn't have any social VR going on, and well, they have already missed the social VR in they have already missed social before, right? So now wouldn't it now be the perfect time to get into social in VR and buy Altspace VR, which is already very well established, fantastic technology, great community. They wouldn't have to start from zero, and Daydream is still young as well. So would it make sense to buy Altspace, Google? Wouldn't it make perfect sense to buy this incredible company and let Altspace live on? I'm sure that all of the Altspace community and the VR community would be very grateful and would really embrace this acquisition if it would happen, and yeah, give Google some kind of great start into the social VR experience. So probably one of the reasons why the investors didn't invest anymore into Altspace is because, well, Facebook and Oculus, they have this huge money war chest, and they are of course in the same space with Facebook Spaces. And probably the investors were just thinking, okay, how can Altspace VR compete against Facebook, who already have this network of network of friends, and VR is just going to be one more layer that everybody's going to use once everyone has headsets. Yeah, but the thing is, not everyone has headsets yet. So I still think that small companies still have the chance to become big on the long run. So I'm really sad that the investors didn't invest in Altspace, and I believe that Altspace VR is a fantastic acquisition goal now for Google, for example. So Google, why don't you go ahead and save this and buy Altspace VR? Wouldn't that be awesome? What do you think, guys, who are watching this right now? Should Google buy Altspace VR? Please let me know in the comments or in the live chat. Oh, let me have a look at the live chat, by the way. Okay, 11 watching, but nobody is saying something. You could at least say hello here, okay? And let me know, what are your thoughts about Altspace VR? Have you been a regular user? Please let me know in the live chat or in the comment section below. So, okay. What about Altspace VR users? We know many of our users have created vibrant relationships in Altspace VR, so please use the next few days to connect with those friends and hopefully find another way to stay in touch. Yes. Okay, what about Altspace photos and friends list? Yes, you can save them too. What should I do if I created an SDK app? Yeah, okay, that's some more technical stuff. Good. Let me go back now to the studio. Yeah, so it's all about the money, like always. The money, they ran out of money and the investors didn't fund them anymore, so they have to close down. Incredibly sad. I hope that the company is going to be rescued by either by an investor who probably now they heard about that they need an investment and they will just jump in now that they hear about it, or by a company like Google, for example, who could simply buy them. Yeah, I really hope that one of these things is going to happen. Okay, now I would like to show you some of my memories. I would like to show you, oh, I just get the message from Brandon that the live chat is full of comments. Something must not be working. Okay, so for some reason I cannot see the comments in the live chat. I cannot see your comments. Okay, so then I must read them later. Or actually I can simply start another app the speech chat app, and then I should probably see something. Let me check if that works. No, for some reason I cannot see
Justin Craven
any. Ah, yeah, now I can see.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, Justin. Good. Yeah, thanks, Brandon, for letting me know. Incredible. Thank you. So from now on, I can see your chats. Yeah, so now you have to tell me everything again that you have been writing until now. What do you think about the idea that Google could simply buy Altspace VR? What do you think about that? Please let me know in the chat right now, because now I can see the chat.
Daydream District says, hi.
You're shouting.
Penelope R.
Penny, hi,
says,
good to see you. Now I
shouting.
can see what you're saying. Perfect. Perfect.
Michael
great.
Hernandez says, it would be great.
Yeah, right? Michael, it would be great if Google bought them. Wouldn't it be fantastic? And Google, I mean, I already like Google, of course, since they make Daydream, but I would even find them more
Penelope
sympathetic
R.
if they would
says,
buy this incredible, incredible platform. And
Lone
I would
Tech
simply love to
says,
know more about
hello.
why the investors did not keep on investing.
Hi all, one thing I could say is that I'm in Oculus right now in their VR chat with Facebook. They got a long way to go.
Okay, Thomas says, hi all. One thing I could say is that I'm in Oculus right now in their VR chat with Facebook. They got a long way to go. Who has a long way to go? Facebook or Altspace? I think you mean like Facebook has a long way to go, right? That's what I think you mean. Okay, so now I can read your chat, which is incredible, and now I would like to show you some
Super Heavy
of my
Metal
memories of Altspace.
Says, another VR company closes before I got a chance to check it out.
Metal Demon, another VR company closes before I got a chance to check it out. Yeah, that's really sad. So you still have the chance to check it out until 3rd of August. So if you don't have VR yet, you can still get one as soon as possible.
Close in.
Get the Daydream headset,
says,
get a Daydream compatible phone.
Right, Facebook has a long way to go.
Okay.
Michael Hernandez.
Yeah, Thomas, you mean like
says,
Facebook has a long way to go.
The community there was so good.
Michael Hernandez says the community there was so good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You could find some great people there whenever you went there. Every time you went there, you could find some interesting and nice people to talk to. So for the community, it's so sad. It's so sad to see that they're closing down. So yeah, I made 2 Altspace related videos, which was the interview with Bruce Wooden, the co-founder, which you have to check out. It's a very cool interview because it was totally done in VR. And I made another video which was called the best Daydream app so far. And then I spent like 30 minutes checking out everything that the app had to offer at that point in time. So Super Heavy Metal Demon, if you would like to see what you had been missing, go and check out this video. You can find it in the description below. But now I would like to show you some of my personal memories.
Brendan Knight says,
and
I'd pay a subscription fee for Altspace. I agree with
Brendan.
how the community brought
Brendan
all the
says,
platforms together.
I'd pay a subscription
Very
fee
interesting
for
and friendly
Altspace.
people.
I agree with how
Close
the
in.
community brought all the platforms
Says,
together. Very
so where
interesting
do
and
we go
friendly
now
people.
that they
Exactly.
closed?
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. I would also pay an amount of money, but I know it's going to be incredibly tough to convince everybody to
Michael
pay now.
Hernandez
And
says,
probably even it
a
would
subscription
not be enough.
model would have been great.
So they had burned through 16 million. And they said like they have 35,000 active users a month. So if these 35,000 paid $10. Yeah, no, that would be 350,000. I don't know exactly how much money they need, but it would be a very close call, and probably not everybody would pay. So I think this would not work with a subscription fee. I don't think
Michael
it could work.
Hernandez
I think
says,
what they need now would be
yes,
a
and
huge
all
amount
the
of funding,
platforms together,
and they must
quite an
find better ways
accomplishment.
to monetize it. Sorry, they must find better. They must have found better ways to monetize it. Because even now, if you wanted to give them money, you couldn't. Okay, I just get another
Lone Tech
message that the live
says,
chat text-to-speech is
the
super
inclusive
loud. Let me
nature of
change that.
Altspace is a major strength. Users, platforms, and developers.
So now should be better. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. Yeah, so the inclusive nature of Altspace is a major strength. Users, platforms, and developers. Yes, everybody came together there. So many people love this platform. Shouldn't there be a way to somehow rescue it? Google. Google. Shouldn't there be a way to rescue that? Google. Really, there should be some investor who can see the big potential. And for all the investors that didn't invest, probably you should read Ready Player One and then have a look at Altspace VR again. All right? Oh my goodness, this is really, really sad. Anyways, now let me show you. Let me show you part of the video. Oh, before I do that, I must read what Sad has to say. I think monetization-wise, they needed to have social games to be played inside of Altspace. Yeah, but I don't know how many developers want to use it or were using it to develop paid games on. Yeah, true. Basically, there was no chance to give them money. I'm sure that lots of the 35,000 daily monthly active users, they would have loved to give them money if there was just any chance to give them money, but there was no chance to give them money. Not even a donation button or something, nothing. I know that so many people would have loved to pay them to let them change the avatar, for example, right? For sure, there was one monetization option that they had in mind for the future, right? Of course. But it was not ready yet. So what went wrong? Should they have tried more aggressively to monetize it even now in the very beginning of the platform? What should they have done differently? What do you think should they have done differently? And well, I think yes. I think they should have given the users some chance to part with their money and to give them money early on. So my thought is give them an earlier chance to change the avatar, yeah, to personalize the avatar. I'm sure so many people would have done that, so, because I thought the avatars, they are not so interesting. It's too few options. Yeah. Sad. Also, what about in-app placement ads like Coke cans in the game? It was an amazing application. I'm shocked it failed. Yeah, exactly, Sad. I'm so shocked too. I'm super shocked. And yeah, Sad says there must be room to make money with 35,000 people a month. Totally agreed. There must be enough money. There must be enough ways to make money with these 35,000 just to keep the lights on, I believe. Just to keep the lights on. Well, I don't know their burn rate, how much they are really burning, but with 35,000 people who love it and who spend like 35 minutes a day there must be a way to make money to keep the lights running. But well, I don't know their burn rate. So I'm sure they went through all the options. Well, they know much better than we do, right? How their shop runs. So I'm sure they went through all the options, and well, they are so passionate about it. So making this step to close it down, I think they must have gone through all the options, I think. Yeah, really, really. So this still makes me really sad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Google, it's really up to Google now to jump into social VR, because they don't have social VR, right? There's nothing on Daydream. I mean, from Google themselves. For sure, they must be working on it. Probably they're thinking right now if they should buy it or not, and combine it with whatever they have already been working on. But, well, we don't know what they have been working on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so if there's no more Altspace VR, what are you going to do? Are you going to use VTime more? Or what are you going to do now that Altspace is not going to be there anymore? So Brandon says, this commercial advertising would have killed the experience. If a big company was to buy it out, this would certainly be the way. Yeah, Brandon, I also think the best way would be a big company like Google, just buy it, and a company that believes in the future of VR. And Google definitely believes in the future of VR. Okay, Ellis says, Rec Room got updates right. Altspace just kept porting the same old stuff to new platforms. Well, Alice, I think you're right, actually. That's true. There's not many new stuff coming, right? It was always the same stuff. The maze, for example. Well, and yeah, disc golf, Cards Against Humanity, which was great, really great, but yes, probably it did feel a bit stale after a while. And yeah, also for me, I hadn't been using it like as regularly as in the beginning. And probably if more new stuff had been coming on a more regular basis, then probably would have been different. Probably they would have even more than 35,000 monthly users. But I don't know. Michael says, last night was so sad at the campfire. Yeah, I can believe that. Well, anyways, let's see how the big goodbye party is going to be like, right? Yeah, so Seth also thinks they know better about how their shop runs, right? Yeah, so Lone Tech says, I'm not so hopeful about Google. They have shown with their various messaging and voice platforms a remarkable aimlessness, dropping things randomly. Lone Tech, yes, you're right, absolutely, exactly. And well, they have tried so many things and nothing really sticked, right? But well, I suppose that Altspace now is some kind of very cheap for them to buy, since they are in this very bad position, unfortunately. So I believe that this could be a very, very cheap acquisition if they really went for it. I'm sad to say that, but actually I believe that it's true, that now this would be a very, very cheap and quick buy for Google. Michael also agrees that the avatars, yeah, could have been monetized, right? Could have been great and could have been so simple. I don't know. Probably it would have been a very simple way to get some money. Fraser Ashworth says, goodbyes are always a shame. Let's hope they get an investor. Exactly. and especially if it's so surprising, because I think none of you thought that they would go away, right? It felt like an institution, a VR institution. They'd been there from the first day of my personal VR experience, and probably the same with you guys, right? So it's a shame. It's a big shame. So Penny agrees with Lone Tech. Me too. This live stream is why I like Google. Yeah, exactly, right? It's YouTube is an incredible platform. Incredible. So that says, Sebastian, I think it's time you step into the VR social world. Daydream District VR. It's on your shoulders now. Oh yes, Sad, exactly. Actually, I am now developing in Unity, and I love it. I really love it. Well, I'm not sure if everybody who watches Daydream District knows this, but I'm actually a developer. So I'm now developing for Daydream right now. I'm working on a project of mine, and I'm super excited about it. And yeah, you can be very excited about what's going to happen in this year and probably next year. And well, of course, stay tuned to Daydream District. I will absolutely let you know about it, and well, give you some more hints in the near future. So yeah, okay. So for those who made friends on AltspaceVR, there is a Facebook page to keep in touch. Cool, Michael. If you could post a link to that group into this chat right now, that would be incredible. Then I could also put that link into the description of this video for all the people who are going to watch this not live. So Brandon says, V-Time for me was too static. It forces you to be face to face. And for shy people like me, it's a bit intimidating. I like how the social aspect of Altspace was based on the various activities. Got you, Brandon, got you. Yeah, exactly. V-Time is fantastic. I really like V-Time. Really incredible social app, and now the go-to social app, of course. But indeed, you are there with 3 other people face to face, and you gotta talk. So yeah, that's also one strength of V-Time, right? Because there's really like lots of communication going on, like real communication, like discussion. And you will always get into a discussion on V-Time, while yeah, on Altspace you can just walk around, do your own thing, and probably it indeed is a bit better for more introvert people. You're right. Lone Tech also thinks so. Exactly. Yeah, Sat says, that's fantastic. Congress on game development. Looking forward to seeing it. Yes. Me too. Yeah, it will take some more time. I mean, you know how long it takes to make everything perfect, right? And I'm just starting out with game development. I was before a developer for applications, so I'm new to game development, and I'm learning every day, and oh, I'm loving it. It's incredible. It's so incredible, and I can totally understand, Sat, why you're into it. It's fantastic. I'm so into it now. Unbelievable. Yeah, okay, let's see, what else do you have to say? If V-Time had something else to do, it would be fantastic, yeah. What is your opinion on instant preview for Unity? I cannot tell you about this, I don't know yet. Okay. Tim, hi Tim. Good to see you. Still, you're not on Daydream, right? The Galaxy S8 update is still not there. Just popped in, I'm surprised. I thought Altspace had a lot of potential. We are all surprised. And it for sure has so much potential. And that's why I'm so surprised that yeah, that the investors didn't invest anymore. So Ellis Greene says it's either V-Time or Avican Live. Exactly. No, Avican Live, no. Definitely no. You can only chat, right, without talking. And no, I personally, I really didn't enjoy Avican Live. Yeah, sad, sad, sad. I think everybody is simply sad. Simply sad. And there's nothing much more to add here. So, yes, very sad. So, in the end, let me just play one short clip to remember what I liked about Daydream VR, and then very soon I'm going to close down this live stream. Okay? So let me do that right now. So let me play that clip. Here it is. And in this clip, it was at the end of my video, which was about, is this the best Daydream app so far? And you can watch the whole incredible video, which I did like 4 months ago on this channel. You can watch it. It's linked in the description below. And now I simply would like to play one short clip from it now.
It had been such an exciting day in Altspace. I had made new friends at the campfire and in the lobby. I went to a space station and played holograms against humanity. I had wandered through a maze. I went to the desert and saw myself on a huge screen. I drew a piece of art, and finally I'm playing a disc golf. So at the end of this journey, which has only touched the surface of what Altspace had to offer, I needed some relaxation. And of course, Altspace didn't disappoint. In the meditation area, you can choose from several guided meditations that will make it very easy for the meditation beginner to start meditating. What a perfect place to relax after such an exciting day in Altspace.
Yes. And that's it. So I'm going to stream live from the last Altspace party. Probably the campfire will be incredibly full and it's going to be very sad, and I'm going to live stream the last few minutes and yeah, I don't know, probably the last hour of Altspace there. I'm going to interview some people at the campfire and ask them what Altspace meant to them. And it's going to be very sad, but make sure to be there. Probably we could meet, okay? We could meet in VR around the campfire in the last hour of Altspace VR, which will be on the 3rd of August, and they will shut down 7 p.m. PDT. So I'm going to be there at 6 p.m. PDT and hopefully meet you in Altspace for a very last time and chat with you, interview you, and hopefully also meet the team, the Altspace VR team, interview them, ask them how they feel, and let's give them a great goodbye, okay? So, goodbye Altspace. I'm so sad that you're going to go. And hopefully Google is going to buy you and keep you alive. Alright, that's it for this live stream. Keep on daydreaming and see you in the next video.